Wow, thank you so much, Vicki. It's certainly an honor to have you here today and to have watched your brilliant career over all of these years. And I thank all of you so much for being here. It's so great to see so many good friends back and colleagues as well. I also want to say thank you to Legal Momentum for all that you do for women and girls, and obviously too for this great honor today. And congratulations to all of the award recipients today. It is really a privilege to be here today in your company. You know, as a kid, I was really scrawny and unathletic, and I was incredibly shy and afraid of my own shadow. In fact, I was particularly afraid to try anything new because I was just certain that I wasn't going to be able to do it. Now, my friends today don't believe a word of it, but I assure you that it is true. My favorite lament as a kid was, "But I can't." So one day, my mom and dad just banned those two words from my vocabulary. In fact, my dad turned can't into a noun, and he would say to me, "What's a can't, Deborah? What's a can't? A can't never did anything. Now do it." I can still hear it. And so I learned to try and to fail and to try again, and I still am. And you know, I look back on it, and it's not like my parents, you would have thought, were some sort of progressive feminists in this small blue-collar town in which I grew up. So when I look back, you know, maybe in fact they really were. Because what they knew, because of the way they grew up, was, you know what? The world can be tough. It's a beautiful place, but you gotta survive. You gotta suck it up. And that's what they taught me. So to this day, when someone asks me to take on that one more thing, and I know you've all been there and you know you really don't have time to do it, and I try to answer and say no, it's like I can't get the words out. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. Very hard to say. So my parents gave my family that gift and many, many other gifts, and at the time you really don't even realize what you're receiving. One was to create an environment for our family in which each one of us could make the other better. Everyone had their own responsibilities and their own talents, and no one was diminished by the others. And I first realized that when I got to the FTC, and a really well-intentioned friend said to me as I was making appointments of people to positions, "Do you really want to be appointing so many senior and experienced people? Because, you know, they might actually outdo you." Well, I sincerely hope they do. That's why I'm appointing them in the first place. And that's when I really realized that we're not threatened by people who are wiser and more experienced than we because they make us better. And when you're used to being on teams like that, you know that they make you better. And that's what it's all about. And to all of those teams that I've had the privilege to be on and still do, this honor today goes to you with my gratitude. To those at Jones Day who taught me as a young lawyer how to turn good thinking into accountable judgment and appropriate action, to the many other law firms and lawyers with whom I've had the privilege to work and whom we work today with many of you in service to our joint client, and you make us better every day. I know a few of you are here today, Weil Gottschall's here, Allen and Overy, Covington, Kramer-Levin. Thank you so much. To my colleagues in government who've provided an example of service that I carry with me to this day. And to all of my colleagues at Procter & Gamble. I can't look at them because this is the part where I get choked up. It's a privilege to touch and improve the lives of the world's consumers with you. To Bob McDonald, our CEO, I thank you for taking in a stray, for the example that you set, for the support that you give, which is evidenced by you being here, and for all that you're teaching me. To Maggie Wilderotter, who's on our board, who is intensely supportive of P&G, and to the individual development of each one of us. To Linda Clement-Holmes, my colleague, who has energy and passion that I can't believe on a daily basis. And then to many of our outstanding lawyers, several of whom are here today, whose passion for excellence in serving the company and the world's consumers is absolutely unmatched. And you make me better every single day. So I thank you for that. Now, speaking of great teams, perhaps the best thing I've ever done is to marry well. John is an incredible person and best friend, and with apologies to the rest of you, he is the best lawyer I know, and his advice is a lot cheaper than yours. So I thank all of you